This week we discuss Steve Aoki launching an NFT marketplace and some Bored Apes form a band for the Metaverse. Also, we highlight some of my favorite NFT artists. Stay tuned and welcome to NFTs with Keys. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for all that NFT news. Also, if you can comment below and share with your friends, that'll do a great ton of help for us and the channel. We love and respect our fans and viewers, and we want more of you. So help us out. So I'm going to kick this off today with Todd McFarlane and Steve Aoki are launching an NFT marketplace.
Nice. I just saw Spawn again last night. What a coincidence.
Yeah, it's
quite literally.
It's such a great movie. I love the comics and everything too. I mean, Spawn was honestly one of my first favorite superheroes or anti-heroes.
For me, it's all about the and I'll say best performance of his career, John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo.
As the clown.
You best believe.
Yeah, that was good. The CGI in that movie was terrible, but it was so good at the time.
Brought to you by the same people that got you fine films like Mortal Kombat.
Yes. Okay, so anyways, moving on. So the marketplace is called OddKey. They state that the marketplace will put artists in control of their works and allow fans to resell for little cost. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that really means, more control, because I see a lot of these artists have a ton of control.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means. I'm kind of interested to see what happens as, it gets more developed and out there and all that. Aoki and McFarlane will be minting and selling NFTs on the marketplace or the platform. So that's pretty cool too. So, they're going to be using it. And also it did say that that every artist on the marketplace that's minting and selling NFTs will get the same rate that Aoki and McFarlane do. So it's fair between them and between everybody else. But the thing that's kind of interesting is there was no further information given on what the terms are. So we don't really know. It's kind of up in the air. So that it'll be interesting to see what happens there and see what the terms are when the marketplace actually goes full bore and we get a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. The blockchain that they were using is Solana.
Really?
Yeah, and it's powered by Metaplex.
Well, I wonder why Solana.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. It could have been Cardano. It does sound like they wanted to make it cheaper, so that's why, out of all of them, obviously you wouldn't use Ethereum.
I really gotta look more into this because my producer's giving me the dirtiest look right now. So something's going on here.
Yeah, I don't know why Solana. My guess it has to be doing with mint prices and just the overall cost of it. They could have gone the Cardano route, but I also feel like since there is so much hate from the Ethereum maxis and all these other people towards it, I feel like they don't want to do that. And there's also not the hate towards Solana nearly as much as Cardano. So I feel like that kind of just lost out based off of some ill-advised people's unwanted hate towards the blockchain. I don't understand why people hate blockchains. I don't get it. It's digital blockchain. Why? I don't know. We're digressing here. So
okay.
But so yeah, McFarlane hopes that there will be affordable options for the fans on different budget levels, which I thought that was kind of another weird thing to say. He was quoted saying, will there be elite collectors who will pay a lot of money for stuff?
Yes.
Of course, but will there be times people can buy for maybe $5? There should be, because that may be all that they can do to get a piece of someone that they admire. So I think that's kind of cool. They're trying to set it up so if you want a Steve Aoki NFT, but you can't afford, let's say it's $1,000 or $4,000, you can't afford it, but you can only afford a $5 one. It sounds like the platform or the marketplace is going to be kind of tooled to want you to do different editions at cheaper prices. So, your fans can get a piece of you, or a piece of your art, So I think that's kind of cool. Again, I think it's kind of weird for the Solana thing. I don't know why they chose that. Hopefully someone can explain that maybe in the comments. That'd be cool. But OddKey is also holding a raffle for 6,666 free NFTs called Spanokis. Or Spanoki, which is basically just a spawn mask with Steve Aoki's hair.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
totally fine.
I'm sure you'll flash it up on the screen.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get to see that. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Steve Aoki, you know, he's been a big fan and a big supporter of NFTs for the last, I don't know, year. I think he really got into it around 2020. So I think it's cool he's doing something, but I also did see a meme earlier this week. It was kind of like, you know, that the person putting on clown makeup.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, oh, famous person gets in, or says GM. You know, next one says hi friends. And then it's like, oh, puts out an NFT project, makes millions, goes back to normal job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so, but I think Aoki is a serious player in the NFT space. I don't think it's like no offense to Reese Witherspoon, but I think she kind of just jumped in because it's popular.
Reese Witherspoon? I'm sure we covered this, but Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah, she's into NFTs.
Well, I mean, good. Nothing against you, Reese. Just, you know, you're not the person that comes to mind. When I think NFTs, Reese Witherspoon. That's who comes to mind.
What do you think of Paris Hilton when you think of NFTs?
I think of a few things when I think of Paris Hilton. And that I could easily NFT. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, she's actually really big in the NFT space.
One NFT in Paris.
Oh, God.
Hey,
no, but she's actually doing a lot for, Paris Hilton's doing a lot for females in the NFT space, so that's pretty cool.
I respect
that.
I'm aligned with that.
Like, as much as like she seems kind of ditzy and dumb, at least she's trying to help people with their brand and her name, so that's cool. I think the next big thing that I thought was bizarre, because it's not the first ever to do it, but I guess it is the first band for the Metaverse, is there's this band called Kingship. It's going to be a Metaverse band, and they signed to 1022 Records, which is a label under the Universal Music imprint, and they will be a band in the Metaverse, and the bandmates are made up of 3 Bored Apes and 1 mutant ape.
You know,
and
I don't need the humble brag. It's just a bunch of humble bragging out there.
Oh, they all come from one guy. One guy.
Okay. All right, Mr. Whale, Mrs. Whale.
No, I think the guy's name is Jimmy McNeils. He got into the Bored Apes pretty early, so I think he actually minted some. So he minted them for like 0.08 Ethereum.
Oh, yeah, living the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, again, the Bored Apes in question, they're owned by Jimmy McNeil, or McNeils, and he gets full commercial rights to the characters.
Awesome. That's smart. Very smart.
Like, talk about utility. That's not even Bored Ape utility. That's just his utility of his Bored Apes. I'm curious to know who the band is actually going to be, or like, I couldn't find really much information on the actual individual people, because it's going to be like a Gorillaz thing. Where
it's definitely going to be the Gorillaz.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's going to be the Gorillaz, but it's probably going to be the Gorillaz type of thing where it's only the one guy.
Wait, is Gorillaz really only one guy?
Yeah, it's one guy, and it's all made up. Everything.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Good. I had no idea. You know, I have to go listen to these albums again.
Or it might be 2 guys, but like still, it's not a full band. It's literally the singer is the band. He just does all the instrumentals for it.
Huh. I now have more respect for Gorillaz. I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they might have grown, but like when they first started and stuff, like it was just one guy doing that, and like it almost like clearly that's what this Kingship band is doing, is just like, we're gonna be the Gorillaz, but not the Gorillas.
Oh man!
But we're using apes, so they're more of gorillas than the Gorillas.
It's 2021, 2022. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, now that I see it in that light, that's hilarious. Yeah. That's amazing.
So they announced that a team of artists are going to be working to make 3D models of the apes, which I'm really excited to see this. I honestly, like, I'm this close to buying some like top of the line VR equipment, just so when they do a concert, I want to see this. I really want to see Bored Apes come to life dancing around playing instruments and singing and stuff. That just seems really bizarre to me, but that seems really cool.
I have this feeling it's going to be very underwhelming, but I'd like to see it too.
Yeah, I mean, it might be underwhelming, but like you have to see it. I mean, like it's going to be probably the first real concert for Metaverse band, like sure there's Gorillaz concert, but like,
well, I mean, let's not sell short what they did in Fortnite,
Yeah, but is that really Metaverse?
Hey, if you think of a VR headset, it's really close to it. I mean, that's probably the experience you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Or like when you think of it in your head.
But wouldn't that just be a VR concert?
Well, wouldn't that just be a VR concert?
But then what's the difference? But they weren't in the Metaverse. They were in Fortnite.
Well, I mean, But
then so
like,
what you're saying is Fortnite is the metaverse?
The metaverse is a very dotted line. It's a very dotted line.
I know, I get that, but we're going off topic here. But that's another argument we can have another day. Yeah, that's another argument.
Roundtable discussion.
So Celine Joshua, the head of 1022, said that they will release a marketing plan for the band and it explains how the band met and all the other things that go into like a real life launch for a band.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of cool too. McNeilis said that he'd like to see Kingship be one of the main ways the mainstream is introduced to the NFTs in the metaverse. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting. The Travis Scott concert was not in the metaverse; it was in Fortnite. Just putting that out there. And it will be interesting to see how well this does. And yeah, so I'm just kind of interested to see how well this does. Like you said, it'll probably be pretty underwhelming. But if you let's say we're gonna say the Fortnite concert for Travis Scott and Marshmello were metaverse.
Okay,
those weren't underwhelming. Those were pretty big.
I know.
And those were pretty lit. Like from what I saw some videos actually for the Marshmello one. I randomly hopped on Fortnite for the first time in a very long time, and I just happened to be hopping into that concert, and I was like, what the. Like, this is weird. So yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I do kind of agree with you. I think it might be underwhelming, but I'm down to see it. And I do think this is priming the Gorillas for a comeback.
Yeah.
Like a big, huge comeback. Like you're entering literally the space that like they walked. So this Kingship band can run.
If anyone happens to stumble upon our video that is any part of this project, I beg and I plead. Yes. Please stay away from Facebook. Don't be a part of that metaverse.
I have a feeling they're going to be a part of all of them because they're being ran by a record label. You forget that it's still essentially Universal Music. So Facebook's going to be a big aspect, especially with their metaverse. You're talking billions of people who will probably end up using that metaverse.
Just stay away, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be fooled. It looks good. It'll probably be real easy to obtain. I wouldn't do it. Stay away from Facebook and their metaverse.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I doubt it'll happen, but hey, you never know. You never know.
Right.
And some other news that happened, Discord kind of hinted at doing some NFT or crypto stuff. Yeah, earlier this week, news broke that Discord hinted that they might be entering the NFT and crypto space, but almost instantaneously, a ton of backlash came from the Discord users about the possibility of NFTs being on the platform. And it was so bad that the Discord founder, Jason Citron, tweeted out what happened is he tweeted out a mock-up of what would look like on Discord with like MetaMask. So it looked like an interface and it had a MetaMask link and not Trust Wallet. It was a Wallet Connect link, and then it had like an Ethereum and the little like logo for Discord on there.
Right.
So the moment that tweet went out, flooded with no way in hell are you gonna do this. We will all leave. Like everyone's
going back to TeamSpeak. Ventrilo, here we come.
Well, it was so bad that even on their like FAQ board that people can ask questions, it was like, please, for the love of God, do not enter the NFT or crypto space.
Don't.
So basically, again, after that tweet and all the intense backlash, Citron actually backed down from it.
That's funny.
And he basically, what he said was, we have no current plans to ship this internal concept. For now, we're focusing on protecting users from spams, scams, and fraud. Web3 has a lot of good, but there are also a lot of problems we need to work through at our scale more soon. So he kind of retracted on it, and it kind of makes sense. There was a survey that was sent out in August of this year, kind of like, oh, what cryptocurrency or NFT platform do you like? Kind of like really soft hinting at it. And so when that like interface tweet came out, it kind of scared the crap out of all the users. And I get it. Like the Discord community is, very against it, like super against it. And I get it. All these NFT projects and artists have moved over to Discord to host all of their fans and all these people and all this fraud and scams.
So much. I know people personally that have gotten scammed through Discord. It's so easy when you're not familiar with the space. You're jumping into the NFT game. These prices are real alluring because you're on the bottom floor.
Yeah. So I think it's understandable. I would like to see Discord stay away from entering it in that way. I would like for them to figure out a way to protect their users from like scams and fraud and all that stuff, which there's always going to be that. Even if they do come up with a pretty good plan, there's still someone that's going to squeak by. But I think if they stay out of it in the way that, oh, we're going to have a marketplace or a platform to mint or do anything with, you know, or a wallet for crypto or something, I think they should stay away from that and be the town square of the crypto space, kind of be the Facebook of crypto. You know, like the place where everyone will go to, you know, get forums to talk about different cryptos or different, kind of like how it's already being used. It just needs to be, I hate to say, like, they need to have more policing and more security in there to protect the users from these people who are just scheming and scamming.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to leave that, you know, what did NFTs bank now recently? Like over like $10 billion or $13 billion, some ungodly number. So it's like, it'd be kind of hard to sit there as a company and be like, oh, we have millions and millions of users and we're leaving billions of dollars on the table. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. In some other news, have you heard of Verlux?
No.
So Verlux recently, like, it popped up. I didn't know about it either. It might be my ignorance because it's a Cardano thing, and I don't really follow too much on cryptocurrencies. But I saw an article and it said that Verlux was dropping their new token, which is VLX. And I didn't know really anything about it, so I looked into it, and not the token, the governance token that they launched, but more so like the platform. And I thought it was really interesting what Verlux wants to do is they're a decentralized cross-chain NFT marketplace on Cardano blockchain. So what they're really doing is trying to create that interoperability between different cross chains or between different chains. So their mission to bring cross-chain capabilities to NFTs, they say it's the future, and they say it's the future, and I truly have to agree with them. Verlux also says that they will be providing cross-chain atomic swap protocols for NFTs. So I'm not very into like the nuts and bolts of the crypto space. I don't know if that makes sense to you and of how that would work. The only thing I think would be cool is if it does work and it doesn't like take away from the value of the original NFT somewhere else. So like if the value is able to move over equally, so like if you move something from Ethereum and it's, you know, let's say it's one ETH. Yeah. Like if it moves over to Cardano, it's still worth, you know, $4,000 or whatever ETH is at the time, you know, like if it doesn't translate that way, then I feel like that's an issue.
Could you imagine the kind of money people could be making on liquidity pools of going cross-platform like that with NFTs? Oh, geez, the potential there is absolutely insane.
Yeah, so again, I think it'll be interesting. I just want to kind of touch down on Verlux, maybe more in the future as like more, I do more information.
Definitely going to keep my finger on this pulse.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out on that and see what's going on. And I definitely want to touch back down on it. Maybe I'll get Rob, you know, the producer for my show, maybe sit in because I know he loves
Cardano
NFTs.
I'm sure even he probably already has, like, he's salivating at the mouth listening to this.
Yeah, you know, so again, I think some concerns is with the swapping aspect. I don't know, like, if the value of the NFT is going to like translate perfectly. The other thing I thought was really cool and which makes me want to use Verlux is they also say down the line they want to do NFT staking. So I think that's a pretty cool concept. So you would be able to create passive income off of your NFTs, but not actually sell them. So you'd still retain ownership, but you'd be able to make passive income off of them by staking them. So
that's interesting.
I think that's interesting. I don't know how that'll be utilized. It's probably why it's in the future is what they're doing. But once that comes out, I think that will change a lot of the way the NFTs are done, because people will start buying so imagine, so if you buy a Bored Ape and let's say the swapping stuff, the value stays over, you do that, you buy the Bored Ape, you swap it over to Cardano, and then you stake it, and you're talking about what, $300,000, let's say. So $300,000,
5% back each. Well, depending on how if you're staking it with them, they can give you whatever percentage they want to give you.
Yeah. So you know, I think it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens. Let's say it is only you know 1%. You're still talking about a lot. Like even if it's 1% a week, you're still talking about huge passive incomes.
Yeah, and you know, this might entice a certain type of person. I can see why people would like that. Personally, I'm more of a put it in my own wallet, stake it that way, keep it on the chain. But I can see how this is useful for your everyday layman.
Yeah, no doubt. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to keep my eye out
Same.
on that and hopefully good things to come. So now we're going to highlight some of my favorite artists, my favorite NFT artists, at least for the moment. I mean, two of them I've been watching since I started really getting into NFTs. The first one I'm going to talk about, his name's Ander or Onder. He goes by Anderlocks or Anderlocks on Twitter. He's one of my favorite artists right now, mostly because it's anime-inspired NFTs.
I get it.
And you know me, I love anime. And he also does the Shiba's project, which is kind of similar to On One Force, but with Shibas and not really face masks. So imagine like aggressive little Shibas wearing like hats and like tattoos. And I don't know. It's just something it's in like an anime style. So it's like something I like, you know, like, just something I really like. It's just, yeah, I just honestly really like the style. And, it's a breath of fresh air in the scene because you see so much like other stuff and a lot of like repeated stuff, you know.
8-bit PFPs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against them. It's just not really my cup of tea. I'm not like, that's why I also don't own any of them. Like, even if I did, I probably would have missed out on the CryptoPunks thing anyways because I would have looked at that and been like, why? You know, and then I would have felt stupid.
Oh, you mean like every normal person in the world?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, so, and I also do think it's kind of a breath of fresh air for the fact that, like, you don't see anime-styled NFTs. Like, I only know, like, a handful of people, and it's weird. It's weird to me that some of these people who do, like, anime-style, like, art on, like, Instagram, they don't actually utilize it for, you know, NFTs. I don't know. It's weird. I love what he's doing. I think you would probably get into it, too.
Yeah.
Once, you know, we'll show it to the viewers and everything. So, yeah, I just, every time I see his art, I just kind of like that meme, you know, like take my money, I'm fry.
Yeah,
at that point, you know. The next artist that I really enjoyed, and he's honestly one of the first artists that I found on HEN and just absolutely fell in love with his work, is Ryuko. I think it's pronounced Ryuko. I have no idea. I think his real name might be Rob, but this dude, he has this Oris project, and it's insanely beautiful. We'll flash it up on the screen right now and probably go through a few of the images or the GIFs more so. But his style varies a bit, but for the most part, there's like a base as a sculpture of some sort, and then there's moving particles with lights. And sometimes the particles are moving on their own from the lights. Sometimes they're moving in unison. Sometimes they start in unison and separate out. So it's mesmerizing is probably the best way I can explain it. And I think everybody should go support him. He's just killing it in the art world. He actually even like not really put me on. He just reposted another artist I really like, which is Tiago, which I'll probably feature him in another episode. So again, just go buy this guy's art. Just go support him. Really nice dude. You can even hit him up and talk to him about other stuff, about his stuff. So I think it's really cool what he does. And it was just new to see that, something the way he's doing, like really utilizing that particle and the light. And yeah, I don't know. I just really liked it. And again, check out that Oris series that he has. And he has some other stuff. I know he dropped a new one for Halloween, which was like a skull kind of like particling out and stuff like that. Again, we can show that one too for everybody. The last one for today and for this show is Natalie Shau. She's honestly one of the first artists I truly realized digital art didn't need to be fully digital. She utilizes photography and then uses like digital or adds digital edits to bring out, you know, the amazing designs in her head, which it's pretty crazy. Some of the stuff that she like has like floating around like in her head, because like some of the art is just crazy. I really enjoy it. A good amount of her work is dark in theme, so it's kind of more dark art, which I kind of enjoy. It's kind of, you know, it's not what you're seeing right now. You know, you see a lot of more upbeat or some chibi stuff, and she's really, you know, touching into other things, really making it art, you know, where you can, there's multiple layers to the meaning. It's not just, oh, hey, it's, you know, a wolf with a woman. It's like, no, there's other meaning if you really look deeper into it, you know. It's like, yeah, it's just awesome. So some of her dark stuff ranges from like some Alice in Wonderland inspired stuff to some mythical creatures and literally like everything in between. She also has this Bad Girls Club series, which it features women in different outfits from like ballerina to like formal ball gowns while they're all wearing ski masks holding like guns.
Classy.
So yeah. But it's the juxtaposition of these props and accessories to the models and how like they're beautiful or they're not the typical, they're dressed in a ballerina outfit with an AK.
Yeah.
Wearing a ski mask. It's like, is she gonna dance for me or is she gonna rob me? So it's like really that whole like women can be, both graceful and beautiful while still being badass or, I guess aggressive in that sense. And so I think that's kind of like a pretty cool thing that she does. And I think it's awesome. It's something new. You don't really see that out there. Also, Natalie has a print shop, so you can get her works printed, or cool. Even like framed prints. You can also get some art books that she has. I bought one of her art books. It's a bunch of kitties dressed up different ways and stuff. It's great. I love it. She also, what's it called? Has like t-shirts and tapestries you can buy from her stuff. So yeah, I mean, go support Natalie, go support Ryuko, and go support Onder. They all deserve all the love and accolades for what they do. And so go buy their stuff, even if it's, let's say you can't afford one of their NFTs. Like for Natalie, go buy a t-shirt or something, or go buy a print, put it up in your house, support. I know all three of them will release on HEN. I know HEN got shut down, but I think some of them are still putting stuff out on Object. So yeah, all the links will be down in the description. So go check them out, go support them however you can. Like I said, go buy anything that you can, or even just go give them a follow and go like their stuff and retweet their stuff. That always is a big help for all artists. So yeah, like I said, go check them out. And and if you have any other projects or artists that you want me to highlight and talk about, like drop a comment in the suggestion in the comment section, or at me on Twitter. Either way, I'll see it. So thank you, Rick, for being here with me. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and also comment and share this video with everyone you know. It does do a lot for us. Go follow me on Twitter at NFTs with Keys, and my friends at Argyros Crypto. And that's it. Deuces.
Here I come from the west.